Good morning, Gogglefrogs. A minute late, I'm afraid, but don't worry, we're going to go, and I'm with you for the next hour. So hopefully you've had a wonderful weekend. It is Monday morning, and I hope that everything's good in your neck of the woods. I have to say that when I got up this morning, it was grey, it was raining. It was very windy to the point that I had to take the top bit off the, the umbrella parasol in the garden. I've just looked out. It's beautiful blue skies. So everything's really changeable at the moment, isn't it? So I hope everything's good where you are, is what I would say. And good morning. It is episode 281. So, yes. So I've got a few... Do you know what? I just like picking up a few patterns or books or something. I think, right, that whatever I have in my hands, that's what we're going to talk about today. And I think it's really good to just have a look and see what's there. So, yes, I'm back. I'm going to have to get lots of, drinks. And I was so intent on putting stuff in the Facebook group that I didn't quite realise what time it is. So when I put the music on, I'm going to go and make myself a cup of tea. I've had one so far today, and I just need to make sure that I don't start coughing madly. So yeah, anyway, I've grabbed some magazines, patterns, and I will just select some that we can talk through for a little bit of inspiration. So tell me how you are doing, where you are, what the weather's like, what you've got on the needles, and this is what I've got on the needles. So yeah, and I have put something in the Facebook group as well. So we're going to be going through knitting with black. I love knitting with black. I love anything black. So anyway, here we have it. Oh yeah, got my black top on as well. Me old faithful. I don't know if you're like me. If you go into a shop and you like something, I buy 2 or 3. So I've got 2 of these. I've got 2 of the trouser leggings that I bought to go with it. And if I think, I like that, but if I think I could really wear that, I always buy 2 or 3. I've got a green top, and I've got 2 of those, and I bought an orange one as well. So I just always do. So, and then I look as if I'm wearing the same things, but actually overnight things go into the wash. So I've got my black top on. This is my favourite black top. I think I got it 2 years ago, and do you know what? It's amazing. It just goes in the washing machine. It's all creased up. Just put it straight on, and no one can tell it hasn't been ironed. And that's my sort of item. So anyway, for today, I hope you've got your knitting with you. Some nice knitting or crochet or jigsaw or whatever you are doing. And I hope you've got a nice cuppa. And as I said, I'll be making my cuppa when the music's on, and getting myself a cordial as well, and getting myself a Jakeman's just in case I need that. So yes, we'll be doing that. So just make sure that you've got everything that you need for a lovely hour. So let's say some good mornings, shall we? So good morning, Marion. How are you doing? Hopefully you're well. And good morning, Janice. Lovely to see you. And good morning, Deborah. How are you doing? And good morning, Brigitte. Lovely to see you, Brigitte. And good morning, Anne. How are you doing? And good morning, Amber. All the way across that tiny, tiny little pond. And Princess Curtain Crusher too. So hopefully you're all having a lovely day. Just let you know, Splodge's in the living room on what is now her sheepskin rug, which even when we finish in that room, which I don't know what decade that's going to be, but even when we finish everything, she will still have that sheepskin rug because she's now claimed it. She's now matted it everywhere because she goes like this every time she sits on it and curls up in a little ball. And we can't have her doing that to the nice rug that we've seen that we want. So whatever happens, even if we spend a lot of money on a rug, that thing's got to be on top because that's Splodge's little place. So yay! So anyway, let's have a look at chat and catch up on chat. Brigitte says, morning peeps, 281. I can't believe it. 281 shows and a few more as well that we've thrown in there, which is brilliant. And she's good to see you, Angela. Good to be back. I hope my throat doesn't give up. If it does, and if I have a mad coughing fit, don't worry. I might just have to put you on mute because you don't want to hear that. Janice says, nice weather now, but early it was garden picking up flower pot. Was in the garden picking up flower pots that had blown over. I couldn't believe it. I could hear this noise, and when I looked outside, it's like, you know, when you've got the umbrella that isn't up, obviously, but it was just swaying. I thought, if he comes home and sees that things bent, he'll go absolutely mad. So I then unscrewed it, brought it into the house, and then I could see all these poor little spiders were coming off it. And I'm not scared of spiders anyway. So I thought, oh no, I can't have them coming in the house because this isn't their house. They live outside. So then I had to put it outside and prop it up against some more plants so that they could go into the plants if they wanted to. So this is me and how I am with animals. So so I was picking spiders up and putting them in plant pots earlier. So Amber says, good morning, everyone from Princess Curtain Crusher. We love Princess Curtain Crusher, and we love you as well. We love all of you. Every Gogglefrogger is loved. Brigade says, Janice, same here. Our lovely Mirabilis got flattened by the heavy rain. Oh no. Do you know what? It has been really heavy, hasn't it? Janice says, yes, Brigitte, but it doesn't take much to flatten those. I'll have to have a look and see what they are. I'm not too sure. And Deborah says, good morning all. Horrible day here. Oh, I didn't know you'd been poorly, Angela, as I was at Yarndale on Saturday. It's fine, Deborah. I'm getting there. Silly question. Why is 3 scared of 2? Because 2 ate 1. Maybe I've missed something. I don't get jokes at the best of times. So this must be, sorry, have we had something about 3 being scared? So never mind. I don't quite get that. But I don't get it because I don't get any jokes. So I'm sure all of you have got that. So, or maybe it's, I should know. I know I should know. But I don't. So shall we have a little bit of music? And sorry. Oh, hello, Tracy. Tracy's joined. And let me see. Oh, hello, Jane. Lovely to see you, Jane, as well. And while the music is on, and I have no idea what ditty we have this morning, so while the music's on, I'm going to make myself a cup of tea, get myself some Jakeman's, get myself a cordial, and then I'll be back. And hopefully this is more than 1.5 minutes long. So anyway, sit back and enjoy, get your knitting out, and let's see what Robert has chosen today for Monday mornings. Musical ditty, or musical interlude as we call it, on show 281. Enjoy. I just managed to fly back into my seat in time. I was listening from the kitchen. So hopefully you enjoyed that. I don't know who it's by. Is that by the Moody Blues? That is something really random that's come out of my mind. So please let me know who sang that, who played that. Yes, sang it. I'm not too sure who it was. So, yes. Oh, the Tremolos. Thank you very much. So I had no idea. I've heard that so many times, but we don't always know who the band are. So thank you so much for confirming that. And thank you, Robert, for picking that. I think that was a nice, lovely start to the Monday. So Anne is saying, morning, everyone. Arrived home yesterday after our tour of Yorkshire. Well, can I just say, as I logged on, I don't know if anyone else has this. Is it Microsoft? Is it my laptop? I don't know. But there's these beautiful pictures that appear on my laptop screen. And then I have the option to say whether I like it or not. And some of them I don't like. I'm not really interested. If there's one place I don't want to see, it's things like Dubai. I'm just not a modernist. But this morning, I'm sure it was Otley Chevin or something like that. And it was just all this beautiful purple heather, and you could see some buildings in the distance. And it was just, yeah, I do like that. Where in the world is that? Because it's not instantly recognizable, if you know what I mean. You can't see the buildings, but yeah, it was Yorkshire that appeared this morning. So on your tour of Yorkshire, Anne, Bridlington Saturday and Skipton on Sunday for Yarndale. Long journeys over the moors, lots of hawks about catching prey, and shattered after all the driving. And it's so lovely, isn't it? Because every little twist and turn on all of those little roads is just lovely. And wherever you want to stop, there's nowhere to stop. So there are little parking areas that you can find. But I just know that every time, when I'm back in Yorkshire, and we just do a little bit of a drive. All we have to do is go to Rawdon, Yeadon, and turn left or right somewhere, and suddenly we're in the most amazing countryside. And if you're from Yorkshire, Yorkshire will always be your favourite area. Rugged countryside is what you always want, I think, if you're from Yorkshire. So I am so envious that you spent so much time there. Really, really interested to know what happened in Yarndale as well. Love things like that. So well done for supporting our whole crafting businesses, enterprises, going to Yarndale. And I'm hoping that you found some lovely yarn or some gadgets or some stitch markers or something, and just supporting all of those amazing people who haven't been able to, get out and sell their wares normally, or meet their customers. So it's absolutely lovely. So I know you're shattered with all that driving, but you know what? You did so much good going over there and just making those people feel happy. Tracy said, would love to go to Yarndale. Yes, so would I. Maybe we should do a Gogglefrogs on tour to Yarndale one year. Every year I say I must go this year and something happens and I don't get there. And she says, was it busy? It looked fairly quiet in the photos that she saw of it. Yeah, I think they're doing really well, all of these events, in limiting numbers and making sure that there aren't lots and lots of people, walking around at the same time. So it's very much, sorry, and this is what some of them are doing is, some have 9:30, 9:45, 10 o'clock. So there's just that steady stream of people going through. And it's not just, the doors open at 10 o'clock and everyone flows in. I think that's how they're managing to stem it. Sorry. I am drinking copious amounts. You will not believe. I couldn't get out of bed for 2 days. It's terrible head cold and flu bug. Apparently it's been on the news, but it's just incredible. Drinking about 10 pints of cordial in a day, not able to eat anything, not able to get up. But, the amount that I've been drinking is just unbelievable. But whatever your body wants, it tells you, doesn't it? So, I hope nobody else gets this blinking thing. Yes, I have done the test. It wasn't the other. But yeah, really, really knocks you off your feet. But yes, I will be drinking copious amounts during this. But Yarndale, I'd love to go there. I really, really would. And I think that's why it's looking pretty quiet on them. And they say you can go round, but you have to keep going in that direction. And when you get back to the beginning, you can go round again. And I think a lot of the time, we just can't get round again. Because they're quite big, aren't they, all these events? But hopefully you had a wonderful time. And then The comment from Brigitte saying, transported back to my youth, the tremolos. What number show is it today? 281. Did I say it wrong? I don't. Is it 28? Yeah, 281, I think. And then Deborah says, oh, Anne, did you enjoy Yarndale? And Deborah was there on Saturday. Fabulous. So we've got more people going there. And Deborah says, so Deborah's been before, so she's got something to compare it to. She says, Yarndale was different, much quieter overall due to the advanced tickets only. Still really good, though. In some ways better, as no problem seeing things as it sometimes is. That's what myself and Robert found when we were... I don't even know which one we went to. I think it was the first one that was there as things sort of opened up and we both went. And it was fabulous. It really was. The fact that I think my experience of Ali Pali was I really had no desire to ever go again. Because at times, you know, a stand would be 3, 4 or 5 people deep, waiting, and that was all across waiting to get to the front to be served. I just thought this just reminds me when I was a child going to Leeds Market or somewhere like that where every single stall was so backed up, you know, the last couple of days before Christmas and people buying their I don't know what from there. It just reminded me so much of that. Whereas when I went to the one this year, you could chat to every single stall holder. And that's where, you know, I know Louisa Harding is always really, really lovely with her time. But just getting so close to you know, people and being able to chat to them, it was lovely. I really, really enjoyed it. However, from a stall holder perspective, I'm sure that their takings are less than when the place is packed. So it's I don't know how it's worked for them. And when I've spoken to some people, they've said it was okay. They're doing okay, but not every stall holder is, because the prices of these things are not coming down. So the stall holders are still paying the same as normal. However, they haven't got the footfall. And I don't know. So let's just hope that they're doing okay out of it. I really hope they are. And Janice says that she's going to Knitting and Stitching show at Ali Palace. So it'll be interesting to see the difference from other years. Do you know what, Janice? It's probably a year that I'd enjoy. I just found the last time I went, I had bags and I just thought it was, you know, like shopping on Christmas Eve. It was just so busy. And I was so glad that we bought the VIP tickets. Well, Robert had said about doing that. And this is a little tip as well for anybody going to something like Ali Pali. I don't think it'll matter this year, but normally if you can get the VIP ticket, please do, because the VIP areas are the lunch areas, the coffee areas, the places to sit down with seating. And that's what is a distinct lack of at a lot of these events, somewhere to sit. Now, I know it's a little bit challenging at the moment, but when you're walking around, sometimes it's hard to keep walking around. So if you can get hold of those tickets, brilliant, get them. They are really, really, really good. And Georgie, you're never late. Don't worry. Georgie's just said, morning, Bean. Sorry. Don't worry. Time runs away with me. I was late this morning. We started at 10:01. So I was so intent on other things. And Deborah says, there were quite a few stalls there that were pretty quiet and we felt sorry for them. The well-known people were doing well, but the little businesses seemed quiet. Yes, I think that is... that's something that we saw as well. I think it was great to be able to walk up to certain stalls who, you know, we probably wouldn't have looked at that much. But it was really, really good. And we did buy stuff from some of the smaller stalls, which was great. It's just so lovely. But I am concerned for them. Although I think Robert mentioned that we were actually stood at one of the stalls waiting to buy something because they had something with frogs on, and the person, sorry, I won't say whether it was male or female, but the person just sat there on their computer or iPad and didn't acknowledge us. I thought, oh, well, okay, so we walked off. And they weren't busy. Sorry, I'm going to have quite a few sips of my tea. So, yeah, it is a real shame for those who are quiet. But as you're walking around, go to some of the quieter stalls. We found some incredible stalls that we probably wouldn't have looked at before, and they were amazing. Oh dear. If anyone's had this 48-hour head cold flu bug, it's terrible. Okay, so if you get it, expect to be in bed for a good 2 days. Oh, I expect to have these coughing fits as well. So lovely music. So haven't you been lucky today? You've listened to that twice. So I'll see if I can continue. I'm going to do a bit of knitting here. Do a quick row. So Georgie says lovely music. Marion says, hi all, got involved in doing other things. Crumbs, this brings back memories. Is it the Hollies? I only know this from Brigitte. It's the Tremolos. Yeah, Brigitte says, Marion, it's the Tremolos. Deborah said, it's Shetland Wool Week online this week for anyone who's interested. And we all know that there is a certain person, I think it's you, Deborah, and somebody else as well, who loves going up to Shetland Wool Week and loves your Fair Isle. And yeah, so I think it's one of those things that you'll be putting lots and lots of inspiration our way. So please take any pictures and jump online and have a look and see what's happening up in Shetland Wool Week this week. Hopefully by Wednesday I might be able to speak a little bit longer. I got nearly half an hour without coughing. So never mind. I'm desperate to do a row, and something I wanted to share as well. So this pattern is, which one is it? Let me just show you. So it's that one. So I'm doing that one in black, and people always have this fear of knitting with black, and I absolutely get that, because a lot of wool is very fluffy. So when it comes to frogging or finding out where you've gone wrong or counting stitches, etc., it's really hard to see. However, if the yarn is not fluffy, and this one, the Finesse, is actually one that we stock, but it has been, I've had this for quite some time now. So it's King Cole and it's Finesse, and it was Cotton Silk DK, and it is just 77% cotton, 23% silk. It has such amazing, it's not shiny, but there is a sheen, which means it's really easy to see each of the different stitches. So they don't all blend, and it is lovely. If you want to do something in a dark colour, you need something that's either shiny or got a sheen, and stuff that's shiny, you can tell it's all high shine, and you'll easily be able to see the definition between the stitches. Or if you want something that's more muted with a bit of a sheen, this is a perfect one. And as you can see there, beautiful stitches. you can really see stitch definition, and that's what you need for something like that, because that is the only pattern you're going to see on that. And then you're going to put these long bits at the end, and that's why if you're doing anything like that with like an edging like that, so I'm trying to get the thing out of the thing, the words are out. There we go. If you want to do something like that, you need a heavier yarn. And this cotton silk is, this is a DK, but it's been done on 5mm. So you start on 4mm needles and then you go to 5mm needles. So it's actually really, it's got a lot of weight to it, but it's not heavy. And you'll know what I mean if you've used cotton a few times. They just have this lovely, you know, cotton's brilliant. Linen can be like that as well. And it's just lovely. And this is the simplest pattern that there is. And I'm so happy to be on straight needles as well. You know me and my straight needles. I don't like the circulars. I love chow goos. If I have to use circulars, I love the chow goos, but oh my word, I'm so happy to be on these. And not only any, look, I'm on aero, retro aero ones in a little pack. Thank you so much for saving them for me. But yeah, so this is it. That's the back. You can see the back. And that's the front. So really good stitch definition. And you know that when we get to the little pattern, it's going to look really, really good. So let's have a quick look and see what the comments are. So Deborah says, haven't made it yet. Daughter and her were going last year, but it was cancelled. Online again this year. Got a couple of classes booked. Oh, brilliant. Did one yesterday and another this Friday. Have my accommodation booked for next year already. So hope to get that. I'm sure you will next year. Everything is moving, isn't it? And Brigitte knew it was either tremolos or the hollies. Thank you. So we're going to have a little look at Facebook. Let me see if I can do Facebook. Let's have a look. Oh, actually, I was gonna show you some of this, wasn't I? Let me choose one of these as well. So, as I said, I just pick things up. I go out and I buy so many different patterns. And this is one that I bought so many years ago. And it's really weird. You know those big Aran balls? I started knitting it in one of those, first of all. Do you know what? I just do not get along with those big Aran balls. I just can't use them. But this is one that I think is incredible. Just look at that for a pattern. Absolutely lovely, isn't it? So it's got that has got sleeves in, and that one hasn't. I don't know why you wouldn't put sleeves in it, but maybe it's because normally you'd put a jumper underneath, and you know, sometimes we don't necessarily want a sleeve if we're wearing a jumper anyway. But absolutely lovely. And then this is the other pattern which I don't quite get. It's just that I don't like that at all. But I think this is lovely. I've tried to knit it once, but I just didn't like those big Aran balls. So I need to make sure I've got a nice Aran in this. I don't even know if patterns are still going, are they? Let me know if they're still going. And then another one, which I just think is gorgeous. That one there. I think that's rather lovely. And what I thought was that would be really nice. I could do something like that in a certain colour. It would go lovely with my Louisa Harding top that I had as well. Yeah, it will do. So we'll have a look and see. So everything's going really dark on my screen. I don't quite know. So if I'm looking as if I'm in darkness, I apologise. Right, let's have a quick look at Facebook now and see what's in Facebook. I'll just make sure we're up to date now there. Right. Right. Okay, so let's have a quick look in. Oh, Brigitte. These are Mirabilis. Thank you so much for sharing. They look absolutely fabulous. Just look at the colours on those. Won't be a moment. I've just got to let Splodge in. Come on, Splodge. Come on, darling. Come on. Absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful colours. So are they? I can see the pink. I can see the yellow. And is that an orange one as well? I'm presuming they're all different little plants put together. But they are stunning. Thank you for sharing. Absolutely beautiful. And this is from Deborah saying the best way to spend a windy, rainy morning with your Gogglefrogs mug. I haven't even got my Gogglefrogs mug with me. Absolutely lovely. Thank you so much. That's fabulous. Let me just like that. And then I put a picture on here of my mum's knit night scarf, which is finished. Just need to sew in the ends, and I also was sewing because it's an older old wool. There were some knots in it, so I've just got to I've kept the knots there, and I'm just going to sew the little bits in and block it slightly. And Safi has said, oh, it looked more blue on the when you saw me knitting it. And it is probably more blue. I think it's just the light. So I was doing this really quickly. So I'll take another picture. But yeah, that's finished now. So that's good. And there's a picture of the Noir in Finesse. And what I would say is it's just got a beautiful, it's not shiny, but it's got a sheen. You can see the different definition. And this is from Deborah. Thank you, Deborah, for sharing this. This is, I think, one of the cutest little tank tops I've seen in so many years. It's beautiful. So thank you so much, Deborah. Loving that. And this is another one. Who doesn't love the sheep? They're absolutely gorgeous, aren't they? And I know everyone loves that as well. So absolutely beautiful there. And these are some pictures. Look at the big smiles. And look at little, is Teddy, is it? Wearing his a little, what is it? Top so proudly. Absolutely lovely with the sheep is behind. And there is his little top. And there's the other one. And just look at the bunting. Absolutely lovely what they've done there. And they're buying something. Not too sure what you're buying, but buying something. That's really nice outside, isn't it? And all those little sheepies. Love them. I suppose we could all do this, couldn't we? Get a bit of wool, wood, knit something around it, and put a little face on the top as well. Absolutely brilliant idea. Absolutely love that. So thank you so much. You look to be having such a wonderful time, which is great to see. Oh, and this is something else that I put up, that not everybody can knit. And we know that with our wonderful Marion, she's been struggling to knit. And sometimes we just need something else, either for us or to give to other people. So we've got some colouring printables. So what you do is you download it, and then you can print off as many copies as you want. So you can give it to little people, older people, and can just colour in. So it's just a little bit of fun. So if you want that, please just ask. I'll stick the link there for you. and you can download your copy. But it's just different things that we can do. Right, I'll put my camera back on now. Here we go. Oh, dear me. So, we're on 11:15, and I'm just going to show you one more pattern, and then I'm going to get off. Only because I think my throat is seriously going to give up soon. But there's this pattern here, and it's pretty simple. It's got a cable down the front, and this is something. Can you remember the illusion top that I did? It was exactly the same as this. Is this a Stylecraft one? Whenever I go into a shop, I will just have I'll just pick up patterns that have been sold off for £1 because I think they'll come in at some point. Maybe that's a little bit better. But you do a cable up the middle, and then you split the cable, and you have this beautiful edging all around the neck. Absolutely amazing. I've just realised, it's getting colder, and I can actually wear my illusion cardigan at some point, my new jumper, because I did redo the arms on it. So that is finished. Oh, Tracy, you haven't got it? Have you not got an email? Right, okay, I'll sort it for you. I'll sort it straight after this for you. There should be an email that comes through. It's just got a button to click and you download. So anyway, on this, I just thought that was a really, really nice little pattern. What's it done in? Mosaic, super chunky. And again, this will be something that has stopped, that isn't there anymore. But how many was it? It was 7 or 8 100-gram balls, super chunky. So I'll find something, and I just thought that would be really, really nice. And I have actually got, do you know what? I've actually got some called denim that I inherited from my late auntie. And I think that might be quite nice in that. So we'll have a look and see, and I'll get it done. So that is it. Tracy, which pattern is it? That one? Yeah, that's it's a Stylecraft one. If you want to borrow it, you can do. It's just really, really nice. It goes up to XXL, 46 to 48. Starts at 30 to 32. Yeah, it's, can I just say, music to my ears. I know not everyone's ears, but it says pair of 7 mil. I just love larger needles, and coming away from the 3s and the 3.5s and the 4s. It's just amazing. To be on 5 mil, I can't believe how much you can do in an hour. Even though I'm still knitting rather slowly, I'm not as quick as I was before. But yeah, if anybody, I'm sure it can do the rounds, and we can hand it on from one person to another. I know it only cost £1, but all these copyright things. So we just need to make sure that we share them amongst us. But that looks a really, really, really simple pattern. But I do find that neck is really, really flattering. You've just got to be really clear where you want it to sit, because it's really easy. If you think, no, I'm just going to do a few more rows, suddenly what should be there is quite low. Now, it's fine with jumpers because we tend to wear something underneath them anyway, but it's just making sure that you know where that cable is going to be and where the V is. And that's the main thing. And once you crack that, you're absolutely fine. So with that, it's 10 to, and I'm going to get off a little bit early because I don't want to have another coughing fit. So Tracy, I'll be in touch with you and see if you've had the printables, and we'll sort that out for you. I'd like to thank you so much. Yeah, I'm getting better, but the silly coughing fits are just part of this 48-hour flu thing that isn't actually 48 hours. You're totally out of it for 48 hours, but the rest of the time you're feeling ill before, any feeling ill afterwards. So anyway, without further ado, hope you've enjoyed this Monday morning. It's been great spending 50 minutes with you. So sorry it isn't the full hour, but I am going to wrap up a bit early so I don't have another coughing fit. So you've had music twice. And I will see you on Wednesday evening at 8 o'clock. I look forward to seeing you then, and whatever happens, do lots and lots of knitting for you. It's great for your is it mental health, or is it just to make you smile? Okay, so find lots of times for you to do the crafting that you want, and I will see you on Wednesday night. Take care. Bye.